The technical difficulties, they just don't stop. First it was that, now it's audio. So, chat, welcome back to more Zero Escape, but Just Last Reward. Last time we figured out, we learned that Sigma is potentially a robot. I mean, that's the only way. I guess it's the only way. I figured that's going to be the case because A, it's better storytelling, and B, it's the only way you can explain why Sigma has why Sigma's has white blood and K has amnesia at the same time. That's my theory. Yes. But I won't explain why the theory goes that way. Just how my theory goes. My game theory. Thanks for watching. I'm kidding. No. This is the beginning of the stream. So, it's weird. Cool. Oh. Camera, please. Hold on, I have to do something for technical difficulties. Something doesn't seem right. Okay, we're back. And I figured it out. I just had to recalculate my camera. Anyways, let's play! So yes, like I said, this is the only lock I have, so we're just gonna have to... It's the only path we can take, so we have to take it, right?
Alright, please pay attention, everyone.
Can we just skip over this part real quick? Just... IG and a blue bullet.
Do you know what immunoglobulin is?
I kind of pronounced it right. As one would do.
It's another name for antibodies. Some people have antibodies that can fight off Radical 6.
IG replicator.
Replicator makes it sound like it makes copies of stuff.
So it's like a copy machine.
Yeah. Probably copies IG, whatever that is.
Any ideas?
Who knows? Ice cream by the gallon?
Yes, that's what it is. That's it! I got it! The IG replicator in the laboratory! It's a hemoglobin replication machine.
What?
If I told you how to nice it can copy an hemoglobin antibody. Luna just said Activair is made from antibodies. That means we can make more Activair.
Hold on a moment. There is a strange device in the laboratory that says IG replicator on it.
I just know, okay?
Clover and I examined it thoroughly when we were in that room.
Yeah. We never could figure out what it did, though.
Exactly. My question is, how do you know about it, Sigma?
I just know. I saw it when I was in the lab.
When was that?
Probably when you were looking for Alice, right?
Yes! No. Dio was wrong. I hadn't gone to the laboratory when I was looking for Alice. I didn't think I ever been to the laboratory. So, how did I know about the IG replicator? I just knew, okay?
If what he's saying is true, then we should be able to duplicate the Excellivier. That would mean we could cure Alice and Quark.
Let's go have a look then. The laboratory, right?
Yeah, no time to waste.
Let's go! We all nodded. Wait! We can't leave them here all alone. Luna, do you think you could stay behind and look after them?
Oh, of course. I'd be happy to.
Alright, so then, let's go! Yeah, why does everybody need to go, though? That's my big question. Through the red door. Good thing we're not having Dio steal this time. It's fine. No Accelerator is gonna be stolen and threatened. Wait, who has this 1BPs right now? Ah, yes, the lab. I never thought it'd be back here.
So this is the lab, huh?
Yes.
Where's this IG replicator thing?
Right here. See?
So this can copy the Accelerator?
I think so.
What are we waiting for?
Calm down, alright? Don't rush me. I carefully lowered the small vial of Activir into the slot on the side of the machine. An empty vial already protruded from the other side. Presumably that was there to duplicate where the duplicated Activir would go. Ready? When I push this button, it should...
Skip it. Just press the damn thing.
I was gonna have a whole monologue 10 emoji. Probably not. We're just gonna push the button. Right. And pressed. Did it work?
Have a look. The empty vial has something in it now.
And the vial Sigma used remains as it was. It does not seem to have lost any of its contents.
So, it worked?
Would have been pretty bad if it hadn't.
Alright, let's get this thing back to the infirmary. I reached down and pulled both vials from the machine, intending to slip them defiantly into my pocket. Ah, shit!
What happened?
Sorry, my hand slipped.
You dropped one of them?
Yeah, just one though.
What in the hell? What if you'd broken it, you idiot?
My hand slipped! Come on. If it broken, then we could have just made another copy. Before Ten Emoji could reply if I spoke.
Guys?
I was surprised to hear her voice coming from near my feet. I looked down to see her staring intently at something beneath the table.
You see?
Did she find another bomb?
It did break.
No, the vial's fine. See?
She held it up in one hand, but didn't move her eyes.
Then what the heck is going on down there?
There's another bomb!
Take a look.
She slid back from the table quickly and silently. The rest of us bent down to look. That's supposed to be in the control room, though! A bomb?!
Whoa. Really?
What the fuck? This is supposed to be in the control room! I guess this is a different timeline then.
That makes two then.
Guess Kay was right after all.
So there were more bombs.
So it would seem.
Was this here when you guys came through the first time?
No, it was not.
Yeah, I didn't see anything, and I looked real hard.
Then somebody must have said it while we were looking for Alice.
Who the hell would do that?
We were all out looking for Alice. It could have been any of us.
No, not any of us. I was back in the infirmary. Quark was still out. so I was keeping an eye on him.
So we shouldn't consider you a suspect. Is that right?
I mean, you were alone with 2 unconscious bodies.
Yeah, Quark's off the list too.
But Tenmyoji, you have no proof that you spent the entire time in the infirmary, do you?
What?
You could have quietly made your way to the laboratory, planted the bomb.
That's insane.
I have a feeling this man planted the bombs for the sake of Quark.
Listen to yourself. There's no way in hell I'd have left Quark all by himself to go plant a goddamn bomb.
Here's the thing. We know Kinamoji is working for Zero, so Kinamoji was still staring fiercely at Kay when Clover spoke up.
Hey, what's this thing?
I turned in time to see her grab something from under the table.
It looks like a memory card.
Where was it?
Right under the bomb.
Right under the bomb.
It was down on the floor under the table.
Could it have been put here by the same person who set the bomb? There was nothing like it here when we examined this room.
You think they dropped it accidentally?
Unless it was left here intentionally, yes. I imagine so.
Well, see, that's the only other option, Kay. It was dropped accidentally, or it was left intentionally. There's only 2 options, Kay.
What do you think's on it?
Let's take a look. Could I see for a minute?
Yeah, I guess so.
I plucked the card out of her hand and looked around the room. Nothing. Shoot. No dice. We'll need to plug it in something that can read memory cards. I don't see anything here.
So what do we do?
Come on, if I knew that, I'd be doing it. Ah, shit! I forgot we were between rounds. Because someone... Dio's in the room, so we can be, like, looking at Dio. Oh, decided to open the gate early!
All players, please enter your... If no vote is recorded before the deadline has passed, any non-voting parties will automatically ally.
We went with Emoji, right? This is what's our flow right now? This is our ally. So we're at 1 point right now. So we're portraying, right?
Guys, I think maybe we should get back to the top floor.
Yeah, you're right. We've got what we came here for.
What should we do about the, bomb?
Not much we can do except leave it here. Alice said it'd be dangerous to touch them.
True, but...
Drop it. We can talk about the bombs later. Right now we need to take care of Alice and Quark.
Right! So we'll go back to the infirmary, give them the accelerator, and head to the Florida warehouse.
Right. This ought to do it. It might take a little while, but they should recover.
Her voice was quiet as she backed away from Alice and Quark. In her hand was the injection gun. She carefully removed the empty vial and placed it gently in the cabinet with the other one. While we were in the laboratory, Luna had moved Quark to a crude cot. They both looked so peaceful as they slept. The madness I had seen on their faces before was completely gone.
Are they really going to be all right?
Yes. The analysis I did on the vials confirmed that the duplicate was real Excelivir. The original was genuine too, of course. Now that they've been treated...
It's only a matter of time before the virus is eliminated.
I believe so, yes.
And before someone else has it. Sigma.
Oh man, what a relief.
Guys, are we forgetting that we need to vote as well?
I was really worried.
Clover grinned. Agreed. I gave her a reassuring pat on the back.
5 minutes remain.
And that all
until
took 5
Amadeus
minutes.
Game.
All right, everybody. We can be relieved later. Right now we need to get to the AB rooms and fast.
Damn.
Who was my partner again? It was Luna, right?
Don't even have time to catch our breath.
Yeah. And we were against... Was it Alice? I think so. Yes, it was! Come on, let's go. The floor air warehouse is waiting. So if that's the case, then we're absolutely allying. Because it would be an asshole move not to. I don't give a shit about 4 points. I will take my 3 and be happy. Huh? Where's Tenmoji?
Oh, he stayed back in the infirmary.
What?
Why?
Well, when we were all heading out, I noticed he wasn't doing anything. So I asked him if he was coming with us. And this is what I got.
I'm still worried about Quark and Alice. I think I'll stick around and make sure they're okay.
I see. That means that Phi's only opponent will be Dio.
So betrays. So those two are absolutely betraying each other. 1-on-1, huh?
Ugh.
Phi will claim it's a defense tactic, and that's why Dio will say because she has 1 point, obviously. So she's betraying no matter what.
That's cool. Nothing to worry about. I plan to choose ally.
Oh yes, this is the one round where he has chosen ally.
You know why?
Because I've only got 1 BP.
Exactly. If you chose ally and I betrayed you, your BP would drop below 0 and... well, we know what happens then.
See, this is the timeline where he actually does have a heart.
I want to win, but I'm not that desperate. You see what I'm saying, right?
Tenmyoji and Dio are a pair. Tenmyoji only had 1 BP left. Since Dio said he's going to pick ally, Phi can't really pick anything else.
Yeah, I guess Phi is in that situation if she has to pick ally.
If she does, Tenmyoji will...
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Yeah.
Kay and I are gonna be going 1-on-1 too, right? Since Quark's still sleeping.
That is correct.
And Luna and I have a free ally this round. How many BP do you guys have?
I've got 6.
As do I.
This will be a tough one then.
If one of them can get the other to ally, and then betray that person, the betrayer will have 9 points.
So you guys just agree to ally each other? And we'll be cool?
Look, Kay, I know you don't really have any reason to trust me, but...
I know. You would like us both to vote ally, yes?
Yeah.
I agree.
Yes, let's figure out the truth behind this matter.
If we were to both betray, then we would gain no points. We would lose nothing either, but that's hardly relevant. If both of us cooperate, then we will both gain 2 points, which is much more beneficial.
Right. Okay, good. You're really gonna do it, right?
Yes.
Promise?
He has no reason to right now, though, other than to leave.
Promise.
But Kay, this is a timeline where Kay has like no reason to leave.
1 minute remains until Amber.
Go! Let it go! Let it go! Let's go find an ally!
Shit, this is bad. We need to move, now.
Indeed. Shall we?
Go! Everyone, go! DOK, Phi, and Clover all took off immediately, heading towards different AB rooms. Counting from the left, Dio went into the rooms 3, K went into room 4, and Phi and Clover went into rooms 5 and 6, respectively. That left Luna and myself. What do you think about taking the one on the far left?
Sounds good.
It's the only one left. Well, actually, that settled. We headed into the... oh, I guess the second one would be open. Luna only has 5 points, so... I don't want to be an asshole to Alice who's out cold.
30 seconds remain until...
I don't care what you say, Luna, we're allying.
It's probably a little late to say this, but you know Alice is still in the infirmary, so...
You're saying we should pick ally, right? Since Alice is going to default to that anyways.
Yes.
I know. It's not really fair to betray someone who isn't voting. Though I've done it twice already. Luna's broke into a warm, happy smile. Not to be sappy, but it was like a ray of sunshine on a cloudy day. Oh, good! Oh, and this time our hand isn't bleeding white! We're not bleeding white this time! I grinned back at her before I knew what I was doing. For a minute, the Nonary games didn't seem so scary.
10 seconds remain.
Oh shit, we gotta vote! Ha!
Ambidex game 9, 8, 7, 6, 5,
5,
4,
4,
3,
3,
2,
2,
1.
1. Ally! I like how we didn't even talk about.
Round 2 of the Ambidex game has been completed.
Is this gonna be a happy? This is gonna be a happy round where everybody voted ally.
Results will be. Thank you for your Ambidex gates.
This is gonna be the happy round where everybody voted ally and nothing bad happened. Luna and I stepped out of the AB room. All right, let's go have a look at the results.
Okay.
Let's see who kept their promises.
Results from Please Direct.
If I didn't have much of a choice but to ally. Betray. Whoa, they betray. Everybody's betraying! Huh? How did Alice betray? What? How did Alice betray?
Points have been assigned or subtracted accordingly. Please check your bracelet to see your updated bracelet points.
How? What? It wasn't possible. I blinked, rubbed my eyes, and looked again. No. That's not possible. How can Alice vote be betray? It was a question I would never know the answer to. There was a sharp, quick pain in my wrist, barely even noticeable. I couldn't feel anything flowing into my veins, but I knew it was there. First, it would be the anesthetic Selpearl. I blinked, and my vision started to blur. When I tried to think, it felt like my mind had been stuffed with the cotton. My legs began to wobble, then gave out entirely as I crumbled to the floor.
Sigma! Sigma! Hang on! Oh no! Sigma!
Huh? Alexa, exit!
Get up!
Sigma!
Sigma!
No. Why?
How? My eyes lit as if like they were made of. But I forced them open. Everything was growing blurry, but I noticed that the door of the second AB room was open. No one had gone into that room. I watched them all, and yet there she stood, in a patient that couldn't possibly be real. The world was gradually going black, but my mouth refused to form words, but my head echoed with questions. How? Why? What was she doing there? Had she run into the last moment after Luna and I entered our room? But even if she had, why choose betray? Then the darkness closed my mind. over my mind as my questions were gone forever. I thought I was throwing her a bone, and she just stabs me in the fucking back. Not literally, actually, because it was my bracelet that killed me. So I guess never trust Alice.
30 seconds.
You know,
Sorry, Luna, but I have to betray.
10, 9,
9, 8.
7.
This is the bad round where everybody betrays each other.
3, 2, 1. Round 2 of the Ambidex game. Result. Thank you, Ambidex.
And if it's the opposite way around this time, we'll just look like an asshole. Luna and I stepped out of the AB rooms.
Why? What happened to... It's not fair to betray someone who isn't voting. I thought...
I saw her last second. There was nothing I could think of to say. Even I didn't really understand why I picked betray instead. It had almost felt unconscious, like some other part of my mind was making the decision. It's the decision that's controlled by a VTuber. But perhaps I've been possessed by some sort of evil spirit that moves my finger to the betray button against my will. Right, well, we should go see the results.
Really? We already know what they are. It's just simple math.
The look in her eyes was more painful than any punch I'd ever taken. I turned away and almost ran towards the projector. Anything to get away from those eyes.
Results from please stop.
And everybody betrays. Betray, 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 betray. 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 No points! No points this round.
Points have been assigned or subtracted.
Come on, we couldn't be the odd ones out here.
Please check your bracelet to see your updated bracelet points.
I feel like once you get to 5 points... What? It wasn't possible. I blinked, rubbed my eyes, and looked again. No. How can Alice vote be betray? It's not possible. Alice? She was standing inside the second room from the left. The room that should have been empty. Why? My mind was still reeling. Where did she come from? I was trying to form a sentence as she began to move towards us. From around me, I heard the chorus of muted gasps. It seems we are united in our surprise and confusion. Alice drew to a stop in front of me and glanced up at the display.
Thought you'd get an easy couple points, huh?
You would have gotten points too!
Not so easy when you have to look your victim in the eye, is it?
I picked Ally the first time!
Coward.
It was me? A coward? You got some balls saying that to me after you picked Betray. Why are you even here?
You gave me the antivirus, didn't you? Tenmyoji told me.
Then why? I was the one who was like, yes, I figured how we could save both of them.
Thank you.
I saved your life and yet you still betray me. What a bitch.
I mean that from the bottom of my heart, honestly.
But you should still be under the effects of the anesthetic.
Yes, well, I still am. A bit. I have a throbbing headache, and I can barely stand. It's horrible. I'm more resistant to anesthetics than most people. A result of my training. I have a feeling Zero Senior knew that. They gave me way more than the standard dose of that gas when they kidnapped me. In any event, a few minutes ago I woke up in the infirmary. Tenmyoji explained what was going on, and I got here as fast as I could.
So you showed up right after we got into the AB room.
Yes, right in the nick of time, too. About 10 seconds before the deadline, as I recall.
You did that just so you could betray us?
Right. What? Don't I get to do that?
Why would you try to betray us?
I mean, it turned out to be the right thing to do, didn't it?
I could have allied.
You two chose betray. If I'd stayed back there, I'd have lost 2 points.
So you're saying it was self-defense?
My betray was self-defense.
Yes.
You're full of shit. Self-defense is my ass. You chose betray because you wanted out. You had 6 BP. If I picked ally, you would have had 9 BP. That's what you were trying to do, right?
So what if I was?
Are you serious? You would have killed me. Look, I only have 1 BP. Again, also thanks to you. You were this close to murdering me. And it would all have been your fault. Just admit it. You were planning to kill me so you could escape.
Don't be stupid. I knew you'd choose betray. There was...
Tell the truth.
Is the truth. Why am I the only one getting the 3rd degree here? Look at those results. 2 other people just tried to kill someone.
Find you.
Yes. If Dio had chosen ally, Phi would have killed Tenmyoji. And if she'd chosen ally, Dio would have killed her.
I don't want to be rude, but it looks like Clover and Kay tried to trick one another. Not that it seems to have worked.
Yeah.
If either one had chosen ally, the other one would have 9 BP right now.
So, everybody's just gotten full of shit. Trusts are broken. I turned to look at the results again. Before I was looking at my own. I hadn't realized that there was only 1 word across the roster. Betray. Whatever trust we managed to build had fallen apart. Everyone was suspicious of everyone else. Had it been the bombs? Or had it been something else? Whatever the reason, if it kept up, we would never manage to escape. We'd be trapped in a cycle of 0-point rounds for the rest of our lives. Something had to be done. I closed my eyes and took a deep breath. Alright guys, pay attention. You probably already figured this out, but we can't keep going like this. If we don't start being a little more trusting, we're never gonna get out of here. We need to work together. I might as well have been talking to a wall.
My apologies, Sigma, but I need to think on something for a bit. I would appreciate being left alone.
Hey.
I'll be leaving too. Things are getting a little too intense here for my delicate constitution. Sorry.
Dio.
Well, in that case...
It's too far?
Yeah, sorry.
How many languages are we gonna have to be speaking in this game? Was that another word? She turned and left the warehouse. Dio and Kay quickly followed suit.
See? There's your answer. In the end, everyone's just thinking about themselves.
But if we all keep thinking about ourselves, none of us are we're all gonna be in here forever.
So I would appreciate it if you could not treat me like I'm the only villain here.
Not treating you like the only villain. Everybody's the villain.
Come on, Clover. Let's go.
Hold on! I'm coming! Are you feeling okay? I was really worried, you know?
I watched them walk away, Clover practically jumping with delight to have Alice back. Before long that they reached the yellow door and disappeared beyond it.
Everyone's gone.
And no trust. Except for between me and you, Luna. You aren't going to leave, too.
No,
Are you sure? I chose betray.
I know, but I still believe in you, Sigma. I think your hand must have just slipped or something.
Yeah, that's what it is. It's not that I can see. It's not like that. I have my consciousness traveling between different world lines, and I saw this. I saw that exact way of everybody betraying. Besides us, one round, and Alice absolutely murders me, and also brings you back down to 3 points.
Right?
My chest hurt, and when I blinked, I felt something hot and wet prick in the corner of my eyes. I bit my lip. Before I could think of anything to say, the metallic rumble of doors closing echoed through the warehouse.
The round start there.
As many times as we want, huh?
Yes, as long as that means we can keep playing the AB game. Sigma? Could you show me your bracelet?
Why?
Do you remember what Zero Jr. said?
Okay. Yeah, I remember. Let's see here. I'm a cyan pear. What about you?
I'm a magenta pear.
I wonder what the others are.
They could be anything, I suppose. We won't know until we have a look.
We got about 80 minutes until the next set of chromatic doors open. So what should we do now?
Everyone else has gone off on their own.
Yeah, physically and emotionally. I really don't like how this is going. It wouldn't matter how many times we repeat the AB games. If nobody trusts anybody else, we'll never be able to get out of here.
Maybe it would help if we all had a common goal. Something to unite our hearts and minds.
Yeah, but we already got something like that. We all want to get out of here. That seems like a pretty clear goal to me, but everybody chose betray, including me. Luna would have been the only person who would hit Ally. But
well, what if we have an enemy?
We do have an enemy. Zero. An enemy.
Yes. A common foe. Like the person who set the bombs, for instance.
After coming back from the lab, I told her about the bombs while she gave Alice and Quark the Activillier. Yeah, that might work. If we can figure out which one of us planted those bombs, then everyone else would work together against them.
Right.
But how do we figure out who it is?
Well, do you have any clues?
Clues, That's right! The memory card! I pulled it out of my pocket and held it out towards her.
What's this?
I told you, a memory card. It was under the bomb we found in the lab. I think whoever set the bombs dropped it.
Really?
Yeah. I don't know what's on it, though. We couldn't find any kind of memory card reader.
Oh, I guess we can't really use it then.
What about the infirmary?
Oh, wait a second. You know what? I think I might have seen something.
Huh?
Yes, I remember. The infirmary. I saw it when I was searching the infirmary with Dio and Quark. There was a memory card just like that one. Yes.
Then?
I think we can see what's on it. The computer there should be able to read it.
Yay! Remember. Well, some infirmary seemed to be our. Luna and I exploded into the infirmary near running into Alice, Clover, and Tenmoji. Quark was there as well, of course, but he was just as we left him, asleep on the bed.
What are you doing here?
Figuring out something you can't. I opened my mouth to retort, then I thought better of it. If I really wanted people to start trusting each other, well, real changes starts at home. As quickly as I could, I explained the second bomb and the memory card and how we come into infirmary in hopes that we could discover the contents of the ladder.
Okay.
Then stick it in already.
Go ahead.
Right. Just Just as Luna has said, there was a small slot under the screen exactly where I decided to fit a memory card. Within a moment, the screen was filled with what appeared to be random letters. What is this?
Hmm. 6 rows, 22 letters each.
It looks like the odd rows use one set of letters, and the even rows use another set.
Huh.
In other words, the first 2 rows just repeat. Yeah.
Is this some kind of code or something?
It doesn't look random to me. I think there might be a pattern. I just don't know what it is.
Was there anything else on there? No, it doesn't look like it.
So all we get is this gibberish. Hey, Alice, you haven't said anything for a while. What's up?
Does any of this look familiar to you, Clover?
What do you mean?
Have you seen something like this before? Maybe during your training?
Training?
This is...
So you do recognize it.
All right, knock it off, you two. How about you share it with the rest of the class?
How about you share what your information with the rest of the class? Alice sighed and stretched her neck from side to side.
I believe this is an encoded message from a terrorist organization.
What?
They call themselves the Myrmidons.
You can go after Alice. Alice, go after Tio. I already know that part. Myrmidons. For some reason, I felt like I've heard that name before.
What are the Myrmidons?
Put simply, they're a bunch of thugs who are trying to destroy or dismantle most of human civilization.
So this thing we're looking at, you think it's theirs?
Wait, hold on. Hold on a second. I wrote down a bunch of stuff from Dio's ending. It was a bunch of numbers. I don't think that's what this is for, though.
Well, they have a number of different codes, but I do think this is one of them.
Then the bomb? It was set by one of the Myrmidons, wasn't it?
Yes. Well, I can't say for sure, of course, but it seems likely.
Damn. I got a ton of questions for you. But let me start with this one. What the heck does that thing say?
I don't know.
What?
How am I supposed to decode it? I don't have the key. Without a key, it would take literally hundreds of years to decode.
What about you, Clover?
Well, if Alice doesn't know how, I sure don't.
See.
Not much we can do then. We can come back to that code stuff later. I got another question. Alice, Clover, who the hell are you? Why do you know about this code?
That's...
You told me your job was to eliminate enemies of the state or something like that. Just what the heck kind of job is that? I think it's time you told us what you do.
Sorry, but I can't.
Why not?
Because you might be one of them. You might be the person who set the bomb.
That's idiotic. Of course I'm not.
Really? And where's your proof? For all I know, you're my enemy. I can't tell you anything.
I'm not your enemy! She's gonna rebuttal, but you betrayed me. I'm your ally! You just betrayed her! I'm your friend! I just want all of us to get out of here. Just please tell us. Please. We need to find out who did this so we can all escape. But we have too little information. We need your help. Fine. If you won't tell us about yourself, then just tell us about the Myrmidons. What else do you know about them?
I'm sorry.
Before I could blink, she leapt up and ran out of the room. Hey, wait, Alice! I took off after her. I like how it's like, I'm your ally! You
How
just
long are you
betrayed her.
going to keep following me?
until you tell me what I want to know. Until you tell me what you
Then
know.
why don't you just ask Clover?
Clover?
You already know she works with me.
Well, yeah.
Then why don't you...
I want to hear it from you.
Why?
That's a good question. Remember the crew quarters? Or this garden? We got paired up for 2 separate rounds. That means I spent more time with you than anybody else here. Maybe that's it. I guess I'm just curious about you.
What are you talking about?
I have a crush on you. She spun around to hide it, but I caught a blush of red on her cheeks. We walked down the path where it ended next to the pond. I stayed silent. Alice sat down on the bench. We gazed at the smooth surface of the pond for several long minutes before she began to speak.
You don't hate me?
What? Why?
I tried to kill you.
You meant in the A&B games?
Yes. I was so scared. Who wouldn't be? Kidnapped and locked up, forced to play some sort of bizarre game, and then we found that bomb. I know I probably sounded calm, but as soon as we found that thing, all I wanted to do was run away from it as fast as I could. Things just went downhill from there.
What do you mean?
I remember hearing that Quark had collapsed and running to the infirmary with everyone else. When I got there, I realized I couldn't understand what anyone was saying, and everything looked... I don't know how to describe it. It was like watching a video on fast forward, only it was real. Then I started to feel like... It's hard to explain. I guess you could say I didn't feel like I was myself, and it only got worse.
That was probably the Radical 6.
Yes, I think so. I don't remember much after that. But when I woke up in the infirmary, suddenly all that fear was back. So all I could think about was getting out of this place as fast as I could. It never even crossed my mind that it could kill you. God help me, even if it had, I don't think I would have cared. See? I'm horrible. You hate me, don't you? Just do it!
What? Do what?
Kill me!
You have 6 BP. I can't really do that.
Get it over with!
What the hell, Alice? I'm not going to kill you! I don't even hate you.
You're lying! I could have killed you. I would have killed you.
Come on, calm down. No one's killing anyone. Okay, maybe Fi would have killed 10 emoji, but... A single tear rolled down Alice's cheek. Then another and another, leaving shining lines across her face. When I reached out, I saw her tense just slightly. Slowly, I brushed my thumb across her cheek and off taking her tears with it.
Why are you doing this? You know, you kind of remind me of my father.
That's who you're after, right? The people who killed your dad.
Yes.
Did they have anything to do with the Meridons?
Will you promise not to tell Clover that I cried?
Your secret's safe with me. Mostly because if I do, you will find a way to make sure that somebody betrays an ally. Ha! Come on!
Keep your mouth shut. I'll tell you what you want to know. About myself. And about the Meridons. Deal?
Sure. My lips are sealed.
Really?
What crying? I don't remember any crying.
Good. Alright then.
Alice took a deep breath and began. Yeah, this is definitely Alice's ending. My father is an Egyptian, but my mother is French. They met a while my mother was in Egypt on vacation and married shortly after. When I was 3, we all moved to the U.S. My father was a scientist. His field was cloning. He was recruited by an American lab, which is why we moved. Both of my parents had used English around me for the moment I was born, so I didn't have any problems adapting to life in the United States. But by my 9th birthday, we've been there for 6 years. That's when it happened. In the middle of the day, my mother showed up at school. Her eyes were red and puffy, but she didn't say anything to me on the drive home. When we arrived, there were several policemen there to meet us. My father had always been a very punctual man, and when dinner time came and went with no sign of him, even I began to realize something terrible had happened. It wasn't until several years later that I finally learned the truth. My father's lab has been attacked by terrorists, and he had been kidnapped. For the rest of my childhood, my mother raised me by herself. I didn't realize it then, but it must have been incredibly difficult for her, as a single mother, alone in a country where any relatives were a transatlantic flight away. She did her best not to let me see it, but every so often, when she saw she was alone, the mask would fall away, and in every line of her face I could see exhaustion and loneliness. As much as I missed my father, it was those moments that made me wish more than anything that he's never been taken. Fortunately, I was an excellent student and did especially well in math. I entered a full-ride scholarship straight out of high school and spent the next several years studying. After graduation, I took a job with the Department of Defense, hoping that they might have the resources to help me look for my father. I was immediately assigned to the Special Forces of International Security. Their purpose is to investigate and sometimes deal with terrorist organizations and other serious threats to the state. I could tell my mother wasn't happy about my decision, but she chose to remain silent about it. Eventually, I learned that the terrorist organization that had taken my father was none other than the Meridons, although at the time, that name didn't mean anything to me. They were suspects of human cloning, though it's been using cloning techniques to copy their most useful members and expand their ranks. The Meridons apparently believed that they could use cloning to create a new race of humans. Now, at last, I knew the reason for my father's abduction. The commander of the Meridons is a man named Left. We know his name and his gender, but not his appearance or his age. The Meridons are closely associated with the cult known as Free the Soul. We believe that Free the Soul provides their fundings, but trying to pin any kind of misdeeds on the cult's leader, a man named Brother, is like trying to nail Jello to a wall. Brother is supposedly fairly advanced in years, and the rumor says he is so old that he can't even get out of bed. Unfortunately, his mind seems to be sharp as ever. At that point, I hit a wall. I knew the Meridons had been behind my father's kidnapping, but that was all I could learn about them. Then, one day, I got a tip that some of them were hiding in a building in the Nevada desert. I headed out immediately. On the way there, my car had some engine troubles and stalled out. I was trying to decide what to do when an SUV appeared out of nowhere. I'll give you one guess who was behind that steering wheel. We know it's Clover. Clover. That's the first time we met. There was 4 other people in the car with her, and when I asked them what they were doing, I got what was just about the last answer I expected. The other people in the car, Lotus, Seven, and Junpei. Wait, 4, oh yeah, and I forgot Ace too. They told me they've been locked up inside the very building I've been on my way to investigate. And they were currently in pursuit of the people who had kidnapped them in the first place. My priorities shifted very quickly. As a shortest discussion, I convinced them to all allow me to come along. My hopes were to find the people they were chasing, who I was certain were Meridons. In the end, however, we were unable to track them down. In fact, I still don't know where they might have gone. Eventually, I took Clover and her companions to... Snake! I forgot about Snake! To the SOS headquarters. We decided that involving the police would only complicate things. After some questioning, it was determined that the people who had investigated this particular event were not connected to the Meridons. We did, however, discover that the mysterious disappearance and the subsequent reappearance of several children 9 years prior was connected to Free the Soul. There was also a 6th person in the SUV, although they weren't riding in it per se. A middle-aged man, who I'll just call H for now. It's Ace. We know it's Ace. Has been bound and placed in the trunk. According to the others 4, he has been hiding in the disappearance of the children 9 years ago earlier. We also learned that his pharmaceutical company was a major player on the world stage. It was effectively controlled by the Free the Souls. More suspiciously, I suppose, H was a member of Free the Souls and was very committed to their cause. So why had he kidnapped all those children? Apparently, it was been a part of an experiment designed to test the ability of a certain people to access what's called the morphogenic field. I don't imagine you've ever heard of it before, so I'll try to give you a quick rundown. Simply put, these people can access sort of fields that allow their consciousnesses to resonate with the consciousnesses of certain other people. To be honest, it might be simpler to just to call it telepathy. The SOS has heard this particular ability before and has actually used it in a number of investigations. So, I wasn't surprised to learn of its existence. I was shocked, however, to learn that these experiments had been carried out by a member of the Free the Soul. If that was the case, then Brother must have known about it. The thought of him discovering a way to control it and harness that power was terrifying. It wasn't too long after the incident in Nevada that another tip about the Meridons crossed my desk. This time, it claimed that the Meridons intended to launch a large-scale biological terrorist attack. My bosses decided that we needed more agents to deal with a threat of that magnitude, and Clover was recruited, because she's been a test subject in the H's experiment. We knew she had the ability to access the metabolistic fields, and we wanted to put that ability to use. After several months of training, she was sent on her first mission. She would be tasked with the infiltrating and investigating of a Meridon cloning lab. I was assigned to be her commanding officer. I hoped that our investigation might also give me a lead on my father's whereabouts. At last, I had the chance to find out what happened to him. I wouldn't let that chance pass me by. Perhaps that was what kept me from noticing the truth. The whole operation was a trap. The lab was fake, and Clover was captured almost immediately. I got there as fast as I could, but when I arrived at the building was only an empty shell. All the conspirators who had pretended to be researchers and the like has already fled. I searched frantically for Clover until at last, in the basement of a room, I found her. She had been tied to a chair, but on the floor next to her was another body. It was my father. He looked as if he'd just been dumped there, and when I got to his body, it was already cold. He was covered in dark, ugly bruises. It wasn't until later that I learned that he had died from ruptured organs and internal bleeding. They had beaten him to death. As soon as Clover had been captured, a Meridon in a mask has come to visit her. He said that unless she wanted to end up like my father, she would leave them alone and tell her masters at the SSS to do the likewise. In retrospect, they must have known who I was and who my father was. That's why they killed him. Perhaps they thought they were sending a message to me. Or once they had, or that's once he's gone, I'd lose my reason for chasing them. They were very, very wrong. I took Clover with me and left. I tried to console myself with the fact that I had at least been able to save her. Sometime later, I received a call from the coroner. He told me there was something I needed to see. There in the morgue was my father, cold and pale on a steel table. I could barely stand to look at him, but the coroner insisted. On his arm there were 2 rows of numbers comprised of 8s and 9s. It took me a moment to recognize my father's handwriting. He had carved them into his own skin. On his chest there was another message, but they were letters this time, not numbers. Not many, just enough to make a short sentence. I love you, Alice. I broke down crying right there in the morgue. They were the first tears I shed since the operation had started, and there was no stopping them. There would have been no forgiveness, not for the monsters who put my father through this. They destroyed my family. I would make them pay, even if I had to die to do it. That night, I made a promise to myself. I would avenge my father. It didn't take long to figure out that the numbers he had written down were latitude and longitude. They pointed to a chemical factory that has been disguised as an abandoned building. Further investigation revealed that it was the mother lode we had been looking for, the headquarters of the Meridons. I think my father must have known how things would turn out. Knowing he was going to die, he'd written the directions to our enemy's fortress on his own body. He sacrificed too much for me to waste this opportunity with recklessness. This time, with our operation, would succeed. This time, I wouldn't let my excitement put Clover or any of my other agents in danger. So we took our time, we gathered information, we did our research, and we planned. Finally, we were ready. December 25th, 2028 was the day we were finally going to step foot inside the Meridon stronghold. But then, on December 22nd, only 3 days before the operation was scheduled to begin, a man in a gas mask appeared. So you inhaled that gas, passed out, and woke up here in the AB room?
Yes.
Oh god. Tears are coming again.
Well, there it is. Everything that's happened with the Myrmidons and me. I left a few of the details out, of course, but you get the idea.
Yeah. Thanks. She gave me a sad sort of smile and stood up.
We should go back.
Not yet. Your story explained a lot, but there's still one big question.
Which is?
Who here is a Meridon? One of us planted the bombs. And based off the code we found, it's pretty clear that the person is a Meridon. Right?
Yes.
Well, to be fair, we already know that answer. The answer is Dio. And I agree that we need to figure out who they are.
What do you propose we do?
Well, that's what I wanted to ask you about. Do you have any clues?
Clues? Well, if I could decrypt that code, it might tell us something, but...
How can we do
I
that?
told you. We need a key. Without that, it's pointless.
What's a key?
A key is a key. It allows you to sort of unlock a code. Myrmidons usually use this huge string of numbers as a key.
Wait. A huge a huge string of numbers? Oh, I wrote this shit down! A long string of numbers? Could that be... Oh, I didn't even need to write this down. 78135690839842419905551.
What the hell?
He was convicted of a string of numbers. I was almost surprised as she was. The numbers had just kind of appeared in my mind, and I was saying them before I knew what I was doing. Alice looked at me intrusively, and I stared back.
Where did... Wait. Can you say that again?
A bunch of numbers. I don't want to read those again.
That's 198,449,351 to the third power.
What?
That number you just told me. Prime factor decomposition on that number gets you 198,449,351 to the third power.
You're talking about reducing an integer series to prime numbers that you multiply together to get it right? Like if you had 30, then you just do 2 times 30 times 5, right?
Exactly. You probably learned that in junior high, right?
Yes! Yeah, I learned that. So you're saying that A159 is a prime, and if you multiply it by itself 3 times, you'd get the blah, blah, blah.
Yes.
Don't tell me you just did all that math in your head.
I did do all of that in my head. Simple mental arithmetic.
What? No way! That's impossible!
I'm better at math than most people.
That's not better at math!
Look at you. You just recited a huge string of numbers. That seems pretty astounding, too.
Okay, fair point. And I just pulled those numbers out of my ass.
Where did you find that number anyway?
I didn't know what to say. What would I tell her? That it just came to me?
Can't tell me, huh? Fine. I'm pretty sure that's the key to the code, though. I know the Myrmidons use prime factors for their keys. And there aren't a lot of 25-digit numbers that turn out to be the third power of a prime number. I think there's a very good chance that number you memorized was specifically created by someone.
Yeah, it's not like I wrote it down or anything when we got to Dio's ending. There's something else that I probably should have written down in Dio's ending, but I totally forgot to, and I have not gone back. Could you explain that with Small World? Explain it to me like I'm 5.
Well, look at the prime factors of your number. 198,449,351 to the third power. I think that's our hint for cracking the code.
Huh?
You still don't get it? Try to remember the code we saw in the infirmary. What did it say on the monitor?
I think the first row was Q C Q U J H M N M T E O N E R A X D F M I O V P.
And the second row?
B Y O L W X Y P X S V Z E Q G T K R T L E D. I think. And they just repeat.
Wow, you've got a pretty impressive memory.
Thanks. I may or may not be human.
We could really use someone like you back at the...
Well, keep going. How do we code that?
You use 198,449,351 to point you to the right letters.
How do we do that?
Well, the first number is 1, so take the first letter.
Hey!
The next number is 9, so go 9 letters over from the first one. Then 8 from that one. Just keep going until you get something. Make sense?
Not really. I ran over what she said in my head. The prime number Alice had given me was 198,499,351. But what if we pick out the letters like she explained? The first letter would become C from the top left. Then you'd move over 9 to the right, which could give you O. Then 8 more to the right. Eventually, we got a word. And that word was... Where can I see the... Was I supposed to write this shit down? I was probably supposed to write this shit down. And I can't really go back. So... Oh, this Luxor isn't giving me shit! Okay. I'm gonna go through it different here. Uh... No, my stream didn't freeze. I just was a dumbass, and I don't know. Something's biting me in the ass right now. I forgot to write shit down. Alright, so, we're past we cured both Quark and Alice of Reticle 6, and we just got the Alice Lord drop. So that's where we're at. You get that? Do you understand where we're at with the Alice Lord drop? I forgot to write shit down, so I don't know what the code I'm supposed to be, right? It's the one with the where you have the code, and then the string of numbers, because I already have Dio's ending, so it was easy. So we had the string of. Yeah, surprisingly, the one thing I wrote down was the one thing I didn't need. Wait, hold on. Okay, I can get the numbers. Okay, I can get the number easily, I think. Since I did write the number down. It's attempted murder. And quite frankly, I'll be real with you. She is one of my least favorite characters as well. Like, I see, here's the thing. It's more justified than when Dio tried to kill us. Okay? But, in the moment I was like, what the fuck? But, once we got the lore drop, I was like, okay, I can kind of understand it a little more, but, like, still, what the fuck? At first it was a screaming in your face, what the fuck? But now it's just like, okay, whatever, but still, what the fuck? I know, right? want to live. Well, in her defense, we never even noticed she went into the room, so she... Because remember what she says when she first like, oh, so you can get a couple easy points, huh? Which is fair. I mean, I'll be real with you. I only hit Betray because I hit Ally the first time. And so I was just like, I know, right? Oh, wait. I feel like I hit the wrong button. Fuck! Oh, no. I know, right? Like, what the... I did it! Completed! That's it! That's the answer!
Completed? Are you sure?
Yeah! I did exactly what you told me to do, and the word that I got was completed. Well, actually, it's completed. The code is the letters repeated every 2 lines. So just repeat.
Well, I can't remember the code like you can, but if you're certain, I believe you.
Man, imagine if we actually had... Imagine if I actually had... I'm definitely certain.
Alright then. I wonder what completed is supposed to mean, though.
Means their mission is completed, obviously. Though you don't actually know this because nobody here besides, well, Sigma probably knows Dio's ending. What? Well, I guess Phi would know. Besides the obvious, you mean. I'm guessing here means mission complete. That's what the transmitter was for.
Huh? What are you talking about? What transmitter?
The one that's outside the building. I barely even heard her. Suddenly my mind was full of memories that hadn't been there a moment before. It was like a wave that has washed away the sand, revealing a bed of precious gems beneath. Amen.
Your will made flesh. In your name, I give thanks.
Amen. I feel like that's the last thing with Dio. It's just like it should have ended with an amen. Just that would have been really funny in my opinion. I don't know if I realized it before. I couldn't remember a series of numbers, but not. I could remember a series of numbers, but not this! At least I remembered it now. Dio was a member of the Meridans. And not just any member. He was their leader. That means he had to be the one who planted the bombs.
Hey, are you listening to me?
Yeah.
Then answer my question. What the hell was that? What's this about a transmitter?
I didn't trust myself to try and explain it to her. More likely she'd just think I was insane. Even I could barely make sense of the sudden influx of new information.
Wait. Don't tell me you're one of the Myrmidons.
No, but Dio is. If I was, do you really think I would reveal myself like this?
Point.
Out of nowhere, Clover appeared. Did you guys find bottom 3?
Oh, there you are. I've been looking all over for you.
Yeah, we've been here just talking like idiots. I mean, like, totally rational, smart people. And Alice was definitely not crying at all. Really?
We're all down in the floor B warehouse. Well, all of us but Luna and Quark.
Why?
We still got 45 minutes until the doors open.
I know that.
Oh, okay. Hey, wait a minute. I thought you and Quark didn't know about the white doors.
Tenmyoji told us about them. He said he'd show us where they were, so we all followed him down to the floor B warehouse.
I'm assuming you left Quark with Luna?
Yeah. Anyway, when we showed up, Phi and Kay were already there.
So?
Well, all of a sudden, Phi, Tenmyoji, and Dio all started yelling at each other.
What?
Why? Did something happen?
According to Clover, the last AB game has been the cause of their fights. Even though Tenmoji only had one BP, Phi chose to betray. They started to fight, and since Dio had pressed betray on behalf of his teammate, eventually he got dragged into it too. Yeah, understandable. Great game.
Seems odd. Phi only had one BP too. Her choice seems like a perfectly valid defensive move.
Ugh.
They talked about it
Just
before.
come with me. Kay's trying to calm them down, but there's only one of him.
There's only one of K. So, alright, got it. You need the smart people to be here. The ones who were talking shit. Well, I guess now that we have this, does that mean we can get access to those other 2 endings? The ones where it's like who planted the bombs? Well, I felt like I already knew the answer was Dio. So which one do I go first, though? Do we go for the one where Sigma is bleeding from his hand, or do we go from the one where Sigma's not bleeding from his hand? All 4 of them were still there when we arrived. They seemed to have been calmed down, but the tension in the air was almost visible. I felt like I'd stepped into a room full of flammable gas. Even the smaller spark could turn the whole place into a raging inferno. Even Kay, usually so calm and collected, was standing there, ramrod straight with his head balled into his fist at his side. I looked at Alice, pursed my lips, and then headed over to the angry knots of people occupying most of the room. Clover told me what's going on. This whole thing is stupid. You need to knock it off.
Stupid? What about this is stupid?
Okay, fine. Sure. So some of us here were gonna die. Could have died. Okay?
We're talking about my life, you self-righteous dick.
I could have died too, you know. I know, but yelling at each other isn't gonna solve your problem. The best thing for us to do right now is to trust each other and get through this. Wouldn't you agree?
Hard to trust someone who tried to kill me.
I didn't try to do shit.
Same to you. I told you letting Dio vote was a stupid idea. What did you think he was gonna do? You might as well have pressed the button yourself.
I couldn't just leave Quark alone.
That's no excuse.
Quark was gonna be fine. We could have left him with Luna, and I voted ally. Oh wait, I'm sorry, betray. And then Alice gets mad at me.
And where do you get off telling me I shouldn't have picked Betray?
Honestly, to be fair, cooperating.
Did you even think that through? What? I was supposed to pick Ally? If I'd done that, I'd be dead right now.
I could say the same thing to you. Damn good thing Dio didn't choose ally.
Please, that's enough from both of you.
It's like we're getting in the middle of like a father and daughter.
Sigma's right. This isn't the time to be bickering with each other.
Just like, and this is when like Kay gets dragged into it. But like, you picked betray too, asshole. Like, let's all calm down here. We all picked betray.
Like, you don't get to talk. You tried to betray Clover and escape on your own.
Perhaps. But I think that's better than nearly killing someone.
Well, I only did it so that she wouldn't kill Tenmyoji.
Right. Ah! God damn it! Enough already! I roared with a fury and my voice echoed in around. Oh, damn it! The one time I should have had my echo on. Alright, let's do this again. God damn it! I had enough of this shit! Everyone felt silent. I didn't know how long that silence would last, so I decided to put it all on the table. There's only one way I was going to be able to take control of the situation. With anger! Guys, listen to me. We really don't have time for this. I was met with a number of glares, but I soldiered on. See, the thing is, I figured out who planted the bombs.
What? Is this what you were talking about earlier?
Sorta, yeah. I know which one of you it is.
Well, spit it out then.
It's Dio.
Please, explain what's going on here.
I don't think I need to. They're gonna admit their guilt in just a few minutes.
What?
You're all going to hear it straight from the horse's mouth. Or I guess I should say Dio's mouth.
What are you on? You think I set those bombs?
Yes, I do.
Hey, if you're gonna accuse me, you better have some pretty damn good evidence, pal.
Oh shit, we don't have that. I'm not accusing you. I'm just stating a fact.
Oh yeah? Where the hell'd you get that fact?
But as it was, I knew taunting alone wouldn't be enough to make Dio confess. He's just playing dumb. He was good at it, and I get nothing. That meant I was going to have to trick him. Well, you see, I'm actually from the Free the Soul.
Free the Soul? What's that? Some kind of hippie shoe company?
Don't play dumb, Dio. Or should I call you Left? Brother ordered me to come here. To keep an eye on you. It was quick, but for just a moment I saw his eyes twitch. I leapt on that moment of weakness like a hungry dog on a steak. Fine. Skepticism is understandable. Admirable, even. But perhaps this will convince you. I pressed forward, pulling out every fact I could remember. I told Dio about Brother's background and how his younger brother, Left, had been a murderer. And I mentioned casually how that the Marathons were all clones of a single person. So? Still not convinced? How about this? The string of numbers. Do a little prime factor decompression on that, and you'll get that number to the third power. If I'm not who I say I am, how on earth could I possibly know that?
What? No, that's not possible.
Finally. So let's start over, shall we? I was sent here to watch your every move. Seems our wise and noble brother doesn't trust you. He suspects betrayal.
No, you're lying.
I assure you I'm not. But if you don't believe me, why don't you go out inside and call him yourself with your transmitter?
No. No! You have to be lying. Brother trusts me. That's why he chose me for this mission. Why would he make me the leader of the Myrmidons if he...
Huh? Sorry, what was that?
I said, why would he have made me the leader of the Myrmidons if...
Checkmate! I grinned.
Wait, what the hell? Are you fucking kidding me?
Sorry, Dio. I never even seen Brother.
What the hell was all that? How did you know all those things?
I just knew. Don't know. Maybe I was divinely inspired.
Oh, give me that shit!
What's going on?
Fine, you know exactly what's going on. Just let me have this.
What are these Myrmidons?
Okay? Just... Dio and I stared at one another while Clover and Tenmoji quickly explained to Fi and Kay about the memory card and the numbers to bombed about the code we found and the terrorist organization called the Meridons.
So you mean to say someone from the Myrmidons planted the bombs?
And Dio pretty much just admitted to doing it?
Yep. Yep.
Bastards. I'll never forgive you.
I heard a low, furious muttering behind me and turned to Alice to see her lips pulled back into a snarl.
I am going to kill you!
Her voice rose to a scream as she charged towards Dio. He ducked out of the way smoothly and pulled out something from his pocket.
Whoa there. I like my women a little feisty. But you're taking it a little too far, sweetheart. Tone it down.
What?
You see this? You know what it is, don't you?
Oh my god. Is that the detonator?
Exactly. And I assume you know what happens if I press this button?
We all die!
Yes. I think I do. I'm guessing it'll set off both of the bombs.
Well, I wouldn't say both.
All three of them, wouldn't it?
You mean there's still a number one bomb we haven't found?
Correct. And there's one more, too.
No. There are 4 bombs?
Exactly.
I only have the codes of 2 of them.
I planted 4 bombs. They're the ones numbered 1, 2, and 3, but there's also one more. Bomb number 0. Add all that up, and you're looking at about 4 tons of explosive power. Those go off, and it's all over. That's enough oomph to turn this whole place into a smoking crater.
Aren't you forgetting something?
That'd kill you too.
So, I'm ready for that. I've got spares.
Spares? Is that what Sigma was talking about?
Yeah, clones.
I heard Alice whisper something to Clover.
Let's go, Clover. Show him all that training wasn't for nothing.
Huh? Oh, yeah. Right.
Before I had a chance to ask them what was going on, they moved.
Die, you bastard! Yeah!
She roared and leapt towards Dio, Clover following just behind. Alice threw a punch at Dio's face, and as he dodged, Clover spun out behind her. Dio grunted and turned to focus on Alice, but Clover darted in and snatched the detonator from his hand.
Clover, get him!
Right! Sigma, catch!
Huh? Before I could respond, Clover had thrown the detonator at me. I scrambled to grab it out of the air and held it to my chest.
Damn it! Stop! Let me go!
No, you're their enemy.
Still let go of me, you asshole!
Okay, and yelling didn't do him any good, and Dio found himself subdued by the skillful teamwork of Alice and Clover. Strangely, though, once they had a hold of him, he stopped struggling. I was reminded of a gazelle with its neck around the mouth of a lion. Had he surrendered, or did he have something trick up his sleeve? Didn't feel right. I didn't have to wait long before my misgivings proved true. The detonator in my hand suddenly began to flash. What?
Serves you right.
What are you laughing at?
You, her, all of you. God, you're stupid.
What? Why?
See that detonator you threw to Sigma? You activated it.
Oh.
If it gets more than a meter away from me, it sets itself off. We figured someone might try to take it away, so we put in a little safeguard. Since you two were kind enough to take it away from me, the bombs have gone from remote control to countdown timer. Go ahead and destroy the detonator if you want. Won't make any difference now. The bombs are gonna go off no matter what.
Oh, jeez. How long do we have?
About 30 minutes.
30 minutes.
Oh no.
My condolences.
What can we do to stop them?
I told you that already. First, we need the device that allows us to input information. Then we plug it into each bomb and enter the codes.
Hey Alice, who the hell are you? How do you know all this?
None of your damn business. Just tell me where the input device is.
Well, that's none of your damn business.
It's in the control room?
Fuck! Stop! You're gonna break it!
Of course. That's the plan.
Please, stop!
Just tell me what I want to know.
Do we get...
Okay, I'll tell him it's in my coat. The right-hand pocket.
Clover, check it out. Right.
She nodded and started digging through his pockets. After a few minutes...
It's no use. There's nothing here. Did you lie to me?
No, I swear, keep looking.
Oh, wait. There is something in here.
Clover pulled out her hand from his pocket and held it out. Is that a pill? Like for medicine?
Hey, what is this?
Huh? I can't see it. Bring it over here.
That might be a trick. Dio holding the pill closer out to him. Suddenly, he moved his right hand, snaking out and grabbed the pill from Clover's hand. Before anyone could react, he shoved it into his mouth. I heard a tiny crack as he bit down onto it. Almost immediately, he grimaced in pain. Oh, that suicide pill. Got it.
Shit!
What? What was that?
Poison, I guess.
What?
Damn! How could I be so stupid?
Okay. Bye. His eyes rolled up into his head, and Flex's a spittle began to trickle out from the corner of his mouth. I grabbed him by the hair and shook. What the hell are you doing? Where's the input device?
Lost it. In my couch. Back home.
Don't screw with me. It's in the control room.
Fine. Don't tell us. How about you give us the deactivation codes instead?
Deactivation. You guys are persistent.
Well, I know 0 and 2.
Fine.
I just have to remember
Not
what.
gonna do you much good, I'll tell you. But you only get one. This is the deactivation code for bomb 3.
Okay,
Ready?
let me write this one down.
XQLHCNMR.
QHCMNR. What about the other 3? Tell us the other 3! He didn't even seem to hear me.
My body will be a part of the foundation of a bright future.
His voice was weak and more foam was dribbling out of his mouth.
Such a beautiful world. May brother live in everlasting glory.
Those were the last words Dio spoke. No amen, god damn it. He died with a strange, happy smile. It was sickening. Damn.
He only gave us the password for one of the bombs. This is bad. What are we gonna do?
I don't know.
How much time have we got?
25 minutes.
Are you sure?
Yes. When he told us the time, I checked my bracelet. It said exactly 30 minutes.
You mean the bombs are gonna go off the same time the next set of doors opens?
Yes.
That is unfortunate timing.
The time on your bracelet is the time we have left.
Oh. So, 25 minutes.
This isn't good. I was hoping that we might be able to escape through the white doors, but...
It takes 5 minutes for the primary door to open and close. So,
Yes, I know. There's no way we can get through them before the explosion happens.
Well, there's no point just standing around. We should start looking. We need 3 things. The password input device.
And the remaining 2 bombs, right?
We also need passwords for all the bombs other than number 3.
Exactly.
Maybe Dio has a note or something.
Hold on. Let me check.
She knelt down and quickly checked his pockets and sleeves and then sat back down on her heels, frustrated.
Damn. He's clean.
She looked pale.
Then we'll just have to hope we find it somewhere.
But my big question then is, how does Zero Senior know?
Tenmyoji, can you go tell Luna what's happened?
Right. I'm on it.
Good. The rest of you, let's move out. We can do this. Let's go.
We all look around. I don't think we can get past this though, because even if we do find where all the bombs are, we only have three of the 4 passwords. So I only written down 3. So for me, it's easy enough. I could go back to my VODs to get 0 and for bomb 0 and 2. But all of our searching turned up nothing. And as we searched, the clock kept ticking. And at last, the chromatic doors opened.
Chromatic doors, 5
Okay.
minutes.
Our time had run out. We watched the white doors open. Were they doors to heaven or to hell? The thought barely had time to flutter through my mind before everything went white. We didn't even have time to say goodbye. 1,000 emotions flooded my brain in those last moments. Why? How? How have we ended up like this way? Then a blistering wave of heat, like the surface of the sun itself, wiped out any lingering thoughts. My consciousness slipped away into a bottomless pool of darkness. Neither heaven nor hell, only the void. And that's Atlas End. Yep. And then return to the flow. Now, like I said, which one do I want to go? Do I want to go the one where Sigma's hand is bleeding, or the one where Sigma's hand is not bleeding? I think let's go back to Sigma's hand is bleeding. That person is you, Dio!
Come on, what is this? Are you high?
Well, we're about to find out. Sorry, Kay, but could you not hold him down?
Well...
It's only him, I promise.
Knock it off, Sigma. You're doing this all backwards.
So, this isn't court? Besides, all we want to know is who set the bomb. And why are you getting so worked up anyways? If you're innocent, then the search would show that and I'd look like an idiot.
Nice try. That's some bullshit totalitarian logic. I don't think so. What are you even basing this on?
The 5 other endings I've gotten.
You know I set the bombs.
Because
Spit it out.
I know about the Meridons.
The Mirmo... What?
I beg your pardon?
No. How do you know that, Sigma?
Oh, that's not all I know. I know about Free the Souls, and I know about Brother.
What the hell are you talking about?
I can tell you the details later. But there's no question that you were the one who set up the bombs.
Who the fuck do you think you are?
I am Sigma.
None of that has anything to do with me. I don't know who the Myrmidons are. And I don't know what Free the Soul is. And I certainly don't know anything about some old fart called Brother.
Oh, Dio. Tell me, how does that foot taste? who the Meridons are? I don't recall saying the Meridons were people. And what about brother? How would you know his age if you hadn't said anything before? Hadn't said anything besides his name.
Wait, so he's left? But that means he's a terrorist.
A terrorist?
Oh dear.
Left?
He's not left.
Well, looks like I won't be able to talk my way out of this one. Seriously though, when did we get so famous?
Askel is the Clover.
Myrmidons aren't supposed to be something anybody knows about, let alone you two jokers.
You don't know. Well, I can explain. We can explain away Clover, but we can't really explain away Sigma.
Okay, you got me. Yes, I'm the leader of the Myrmidons. My real name is Left. I was sent here to stop Zero Senior's AB plan. That's why I planted the bombs. If it looked like the plan might actually succeed, I was supposed to blow this whole place sky high.
AB plan?
What's that?
Oh, well, looks like you don't know everything after all. I should have been more careful. Then again, it's not like it really matters. After all, you're gonna die here.
What?
God damn it, no! I leapt towards him.
Whoa there. Better not come any closer. You think I'm not prepared for this? Take one step and it'll be your last.
Then, that thing you're holding.
It's the detonator.
Yeah, I guess it is. Now back the fuck off!
Dio, please calm down. If you press that button, you'll die too.
So?
He's already accepted death.
Believe me, there's plenty more where this came from.
What?
Now that we've cleared that up, back off! Come on, move it! Go, go, go!
We had no choice. Slowly, carefully, we backed away. All of us except for one. Tenmoji.
Hey, Grandpa, your hearing gone? I said back off!
No.
You... I'm not screwing around here.
I can see that. So why don't you do it? Go ahead. Press that button.
What?
Tenmyoji?
Is something wrong? Hurry it up. I'm not getting any younger.
I think Zero Senior had planned this.
Oh, do I sense hesitation? What's the matter, Dio? Scared? Well?
You son of a bitch.
So you were just bluffing?
I'm not bluffing, goddammit.
Then do it.
You hear me? I'll do it.
Then do it.
Oh, I'm sure you will. But there's really something I should tell you. See that detonator you're holding? It's a fake.
What?
Huh? Just for an instant, Dio's eyes twitched down to the device in his hand. That was all the opening Tenmoji needed.
Yeah!
He cried out as he leapt through the air. Tenmoji's left leg shot out, kicking the detonator from Dio's hand. Shit! Not good.
What happened?
The detonator. He doesn't have it anymore.
What? What's happening? There's a red light on it now.
If it gets 1 meter away from Dio, it goes up.
Oh, you really fucked up, Tenmyoji. This is what happens when you try to show off.
What?
I'm sorry. This is my fault. I didn't have time to tell you how it worked.
What are you saying?
The detonator isn't supposed to be separated from Dio. If it is, then the timer on the bombs automatically activates.
Damn, how much do you know?
I know all, bitch! Except for code 2. Can you tell me the code to bomb 1, please?
Fine, whatever. Well, he's right. If that thing ever gets more than a meter away from me, it activates. When it does, it starts the timers on all the bombs. So thanks to this old fart, you get to try and defuse a bunch of activated bombs on a countdown. You can go ahead and destroy the detonator if you want. Once the timers have been activated, they'll go off anyway.
How long do we have? When do they explode?
You should know, Sigma. Why don't you tell her?
30 minutes.
30 minutes? That's crazy!
Yeah.
How do we stop them?
The emergency deactivation
None of
password.
us know them, though.
Right. None of us know. None of us know. But there is someone who does, isn't there?
Okay. I'll give you one, since I'm such a swell guy. The password for bomb number 2 is...
Oh, I guess I already had bomb 1. Okay, 2.
EQDDYRNTK.
NTK.
Bomb number 2?
But we haven't found that one yet.
Oh? Oh. Well, my mistake.
Oh yeah, this is one where Alice is dead.
Must have slipped my mind. Well, there's nothing you could do anyway. You don't have the input device. Really, it'll be much easier if you all just give up.
Where's the input device?
Gosh, I wonder.
Where did you put the number 2 bomb?
Shoot, you know, I just can't remember.
You son of a bitch.
Anyway, I think it's time for me to be moving on.
Moving on.
To where?
What, I have to explain everything? To the next world, of course.
No! Wait! I threw myself towards Theo and wrapped my hands around his wrist, slamming it to the floor. He struggled, but I put up my weight on it and kept his arm pinned.
Shit! Let go of me, goddammit! Get off of me! Let me go!
He continued to struggle, but I wasn't going to let him go. I shifted my weight to free one of my hands and started to pry his open.
Hey! I'm not fucking around, alright? Let go of my goddamn arm!
By then, the others have run over and piled onto Dio along with me. Even he refused to stop. With the increasing desperation, he tried to get the hand I had grabbed into his mouth.
We don't have a choice. Luna, go get the soparil.
No! If we put him into sleep, we can't get what we need out of
You
him.
think I don't know that? What other choice do we have? Every minute we spend wrestling this prick is a minute we don't have to deal with those bombs. We don't have time for this.
Ugh, shit!
What are you doing, Luna? Go!
Right. Okay, I've got it. I'm ready when you are.
Ugh. You can do whatever you want to me, you fucking cowards! You're still gonna die! Go ahead, tell yourselves you can fix it. Run around like idiots before you get blown to atoms. Serves you fucking right! You're gonna burn!
Oh, for God's sake. Luna, shut him up!
Right. Here goes.
Well, unfortunately, I don't have all the passwords yet. I only wrote down 2 and 3. I actually do have all the codes. But there's one thing I still don't have. I forgot which ending did I choose the one where Sigma's hand is bleeding or not? Oh, I did choose the one where Sigma's hand is bleeding. As I began to climb off him, I finally pried Dio's hand open. There it was, just what I expected. A small, unamusing capsule. I didn't know what it was in it exactly, but it was undoubtedly some kind of poison. I stumbled towards the sink and tossed it into the drain. How much time do we have left?
About 20 minutes or so, I think.
And how much time until the white doors open?
The same.
So, what do we do?
We put those passwords in and stop the
We
bomb.
searched Dio, but he doesn't have anything that might be the input device.
Well, only one thing to do then.
And that is?
We split up and find it. Unless any of you have another suggestion. As the smell of silence filled the room, even though none of us spoke, I could see desperation on everyone's face.
All right. No point sitting around. Until those things actually go off, we've still got a chance. Sigma, you come with me. We're going to have to go look at the number 3 bomb.
Okay.
If the timer really has started or not.
Right.
All the rest of you, listen up. I want you to take Alice, Quark, and Dio to the Floor B warehouse.
What?
Why there?
Just listen. Worst case scenario. We'll open the white doors and go through them to wherever they go. Maybe we'll get lucky.
Understood. We will take them to the Floor B warehouse. Once we've done so, we will begin to search for the input device in the number 2 bomb.
Good. Thanks.
Yep.
Okay, we don't have much time. Now get moving. Sigma, you're with me.
Alright, fine. Let's see. I can deactivate. Fine. Threw her and headed towards the door. It's not like I can. Before she was gone, I gave everyone else in the infirmary a quick thumbs up and shaky smile, then hurried along after her. Just imagine, like, Larry from... Hindsight. Hold on, before we check, I forgot. I already forgot if I checked the one with... If I went with the one where Sigma's hand were bleeding or not. Okay, so we did do the one where Sigma's hand is bleeding.
The light's flashing. I guess the countdown has started.
Oh yeah, we don't have...
So, what are we going to do? Without a way to enter the passwords, we're screwed. Right. We'll just have to split up and look for it. I'll look around here. You go check somewhere else.
Okay.
If we get to T-minus 5 minutes, then we'll meet back in the Floor B warehouse. Got it?
I wasn't sure what to say. If we hadn't found it by then, was there really any point in meeting up again?
What's with that look? Don't worry. We'll figure it out, I promise. You know what they say. Swimsuits never quit.
No, that's not it. That's not a thing. And it doesn't make any sense. Besides, what the hell are you cracking jokes at right now?
I'm just, trying to show you that life is still worth living. After all, if you quit now, there goes any possibility of you ever seeing me in a swimsuit.
Oh, I see. Well, I admit it, I am a bit curious.
All right. Looks like we're on the same page.
I don't think we are. Also, I like how now that we have to deal with bombs, suddenly it's not like our hand is bleeding.
Hey, get moving. We don't have time to stand around.
Like, we're just gonna ignore the fact that our hand is fucking bleeding white! Fine. Be careful, alright? I checked the time on my bracelet as I headed out the crew way into the hallway. It wasn't good news. Damn. Only 15 minutes. I needed to hurry. I broke into a run. Before I found myself in front of the infirmary. All too often you're looking for is right in front of you. We spent a lot of time in the infirmary, so it seemed like kind of fitting somehow that it might have been there all along. Or maybe Dio had dropped it in there recently. There was no way to know. In any event, I had to start looking somewhere. Luna, you still here?
Yes. The others are taking the people who are asleep to the white doors. I chose to stay here. I thought you might come back.
Why?
Because the atom is here. I thought you might want to use it. Isn't that why you're here?
But what? I mean, yeah, I want to know what's going on with me. It's driving me nuts. Hell, I feel sick. This isn't the time for that. Being a robot isn't going to mean a lot if I'm die anyways.
Why did you come here then?
Isn't that obvious? I'm trying to find that input sync so we can turn off the bomb.
Really?
Yes! Why would I lie? Robots don't lie, after all.
I see. I seem to have made a mistake. I knew you couldn't use the atom without me. So I stayed behind because I thought I might be able to help. I guess I shouldn't have done that. I'm sorry. Goodbye.
She turned and headed towards the exit. Wait. I couldn't just let her leave like that. I sighed. How long would it take?
Not more than 5 minutes or so.
Are you sure only 5 minutes?
Yes.
Okay. Let's do it. Analyze my body. I lay down on the table. Luna picked up the atom scanner and began to run it across me slowly and methodically. In a few minutes, she was finished.
That's it. You can get up now.
I sat up and hopped off the table. The screen was already starting to show my results. So, what does it say? My eyes were glued to her face, looking for a sign of what the answer might be. She studied the readout for several seconds before replying.
Well, it says you're not a robot.
Ah!
You're human.
Then how the fuck am I bleeding out red white? I let out a breath that I hadn't realized I'd been holding. My release didn't last long.
But your body isn't entirely human.
Oh. What?
You're part machine.
Wait, where are you saying? What are you
Look
saying?
here. The structure of the bones in your arms isn't anything close to human. They're made out of a titanium alloy. On top of that skeleton is artificial biological tissue. It's also called ABT. Your arms are cybernetic.
What? What does that mean?
Cybernetic? It means a mechanical system that interfaces with a biological one. You see all these root-like things around the titanium bones? Those are artificial nerves. They're probably connected to your own nerves, which is how you can move your arms. I imagine they allow you to feel things through your arms too.
What? No, this is ridiculous! I think replacing my arms with the robot ones is something I would remember. Yeah, like I said, I went with the pass of Sigma's hand is bleeding. We are bleeding white. So I guess my theory was wrong. I definitely thought Sigma was full human. It was full robot. So I guess my theory was wrong. Man, I overthought that for like a few hours at work the other day. It was yesterday. Man, does overthinking do things to you, man. And whatever, I'm a September baby. It's in my blood. I know they weren't always like this when I was a kid. I broke my arm and they took x-rays of it. The doctors told me I had really sick bones and that I must have done something pretty insane to break them. See, I love Luna. I honestly feel like I like Luna so much because I feel like I could relate to her so much. Just how shy she is. And like how she doesn't have many close people. Why did somebody replace my arms? Wait. Okay, let's say you're right and my arms are cybernetic. Wouldn't that mean I don't have to worry about the bracelet going off?
No. Unfortunately, you probably do still have to worry about that.
Fuck! Why?
The cybernetic arms are made to function just like real arms, which means they interface with the rest of your body, which means that anything injected into them is spread to the rest of your body.
But what if I just tore off my arms? How do you know that?
Just do.
Oh, it's just like how anytime Fi and I say talk about something we're not supposed to know, we just kind of know. That's not an answer!
Yes, you're right. But not everything has an answer. There are some things you just can't explain.
What?
Don't you know how that feels? How did you know about the garden? How did you know that Dio planted the bombs?
That's, she has a point. Deus sus Maxaba. Machine.
I'm sorry, Sigma. I wish we could talk some more, but our time is up.
Time. I pressed the button on my bracelets and felt my stomach drop. 1 minute. We only got 1 minute left.
Sigma, there's one last thing. I was given very specific instructions.
I shuddered. Not because I was scared of what was about to happen, but because I was scared of Luna. She was calm, unnatural, so much like a machine with a human face. We were about to die. How could she be so calm?
Please pay attention. This is very important. You must be sure to remember it.
Remember? I was about to die. How was I supposed to remember anything?
Should you encounter a two-headed lion devouring the sun, remember. GTF DML 016.
I'm grabbing a pen! I'm grabbing a pen! GTF DML 016. Nah.
With this key, the first gate shall be open to you.
Alright. Please tell me there's not a third key. There's not a third gate.
There you go. I hope we can meet again someday. I'll be waiting. I'll be waiting.
What? Before she could answer. I mean, to be fair, that one seems easier to remember. The world exploded into a noise and light that I disappeared along with it. When I came to, I was floating in a field of nothingness. Alright, we don't have to sit through credits again, okay? Huh. Well, that's where we're gonna end tonight. Next time we'll do the round where Sigma's hand wasn't bleeding. we have this ending opened up to us now. We'll do that next time. Fully left. I mean, I guess I do have both of them. So you're saying that I should do this pass on the full left first. Okay. But anyways, that's a next time problem. Next time being Tuesday. Oh, wait, no. I was thinking about this at work. I may, depending on what we're doing Saturday, I don't have anything planned. And I've been really in the kick of just trying to finish things before the 17th. Okay, but what's your personal favorite? Because that's the one I'll start with. And I still haven't done it, but I need to go write down zero the codes for zero, the zero bomb and the first bomb. The one on the left is my favorite ending. Okay. I'll do that one first then. Or should I save it for the end? I don't know. I have time to figure this out. I might be back with this more on Saturday or on Tuesday. I I don't really know what the plan for this weekend is. So I'll have more information about that tomorrow. Though I will not be live tomorrow at all. Next time you'll see me live will be Saturday. But as per tradition, we get to go raid. Hindsight, I kind of just want to raid someone else who's playing the game. As long as they're not taking one of those paths, I think I should be fine, right? That's how it works, right? I'm hitting all the wrong buttons. Because honestly, nobody on my list is live. So I think it's just better off if I see if anyone else is streaming the game. Aha! I know they are doing they're in an intermission, but let's go raid the chosen Zen one. Because they're also playing the game. So I'll see you guys Saturday with something. Bye!